Traders, on today's video, I want to share with you guys our Q4 inside, or let me just say our Q4 outlook. And today we're going to be working on gold. The previous video we shared on NASDAQ. Today we're working on Q4 on gold. So, just to make you guys understand before we start the video, the year has ended and the year has went by. If you were not doing all that you had to be doing in order for you to stay where you have to be, then there's no one to blame but yourself. But if you know that you did all that you have to be doing, showing up every day, sacrificing all that you had to sacrifice, doing all that you had to do, and most of all, playing your role the way it has to be played, even though you never got the results that you're destined for, I guess, and I told you that all the things and all the seeds that you've always been reaping shall forever be sown by you. But if the results haven't came, the work still has to be done and put, right? But before we get any further, make sure you like the video, you subscribe to the channel, you share the video, you comment on the video, you click the link to sign up with the blog that we use and highly recommend. If you want to be part of our CAT Academy, we're having 3 exclusive mentorship services. You can choose which you prefer and which do you want to work with. Without further ado, let me give you guys this wonderful gems and this wonderful knowledge. And let me make sure that you benefit the way you're destined to benefit and that you grow your knowledge the way you're destined to grow it. Right. So the pair that we're working on is gold, right, on the weekly time frame. So let me show you guys what happened on Q3 before we continue for Q4, right? So gold gold was very simple, guys, on Q3, right? Because it was very, the nature of it was based on something simple. Because price had this push to the upside, and then we held a sideways movement. So from price having this bullish move, so with price giving us this bullish push to the upside, and then starting to move sideways, we now understood that our nature was very simple in gold. We're now looking for two things, right? Let me just say we were anticipating four things on Q4, right? We anticipate on Q3, right? We anticipated that if price gives us a break above this very same resistance, then we might probably look for continuation to the upside. But if price falls to violate our resistance, then we guess we'd have to look for the possible reversal. Two, three. We're looking for price to violate our support in order for us to continue moving to the downside. But if price fails to violate, then I guess we'd have to be bullish above. So we now understood that, okay, we're now looking for two things, right? Are we going to get a break above, or are we going to get a break below? Or will price simply hold support and hold resistance? That's all that we anticipated, right? So when we fast forward, when we fast forward on gold, you can clearly see that what we anticipated was obviously correct, or was obviously well anticipated, because now gold gave us this break above, and so obviously from this break above we had price trading below and then it closed above. So this was a simple break and retest. And when you look at a price at a continuation and a exhaustion phase and a continuation and a possible exhaustion phase. So yeah, we now understand that obviously price did give us a break above. Obviously, from price giving us a break above, price is now holding this all-time high. So for Q4 now will be very simple. Based on how price is looking, you guys understand the nature of trading, that if price has a push and has a sideways movement, right? And then we can get a break above and a retest and a continuation. Obviously, once price creates this all-time high, there are high chances that we have to wait for price to do it to create a higher low of information before we can look for continuations to the upside. It's just the pure price action. So when you look at this, price had this break above and then had a retest and a continuation and an exhaustion phase and a continuation and a possible exhaustion phase. So for Q4, guys, it will be very simple. If price gives us an exhaustion phase same zone, then that's when I can anticipate that obviously our higher low has been formed. Now we're looking for continuations to the upside. But If it happens that price gives us signs of a possible reversal and continues pushing to the downside, then I guess we'll have to wait for where price might give us some type of reaction. It can be above this very same zone. It can be above here. It can be below here, or it can be on our very same resistance. But for the most part of it, if price is in a higher high, there's a higher chance that we have to create a higher low before we can look forward possible new highs. That's just the nature of trading, and that's just how trading has been, and that's just how trading is. So to sum things up with you guys on gold for Q4, where price is printed out an all-time high. We can see signs of a possible exhaustion phase. If we can get signs of price creating a higher low formation, and we see signs of price failing to violate below this very same zone, then it's when we can anticipate those moves to the upside of a possible new higher high for Q4. Do you guys get that? But if price doesn't continue moving up, then I guess we'd have to head down to our smaller time frames and see that bullish weakness and the dollar end up in the bearish strength, and then anticipate what we can do from there. But for the most part of it, price is printed on a higher high, we're possibly creating a higher low. If we can continue moving to the upside, then that's when it can continue moving to the upside with gold above our all-time high, looking for those new highs. Do you guys get that? So I hope you benefit. I hope you share the video. I hope you leave a comment. I hope you leave a like. I hope you subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And I hope you sign up with the broker that we trade with and highly recommend. But without further ado, this is your boy Hanum, King COT, and we're signing out.